And welcome back. Well, millions of American families struggle with caring for relatives battling Alzheimer's and other dementia-related ailments. Now in Long Island, a new park is being built to help them deal with their daily stress. Town of Babylon workers took advantage of beautiful weather to begin creating what's being called a respite park. It's right outside Town Hall next to a children's playground, and the idea is to create a zone of tranquility.
It's geared for caretakers and family members to bring aging parents or elderly parents or people suffering with dementia or Alzheimer's.
The Alzheimer's Foundation of America estimates there are more than 50,000 Long Islanders dealing with Alzheimer's or dementia-related ailments, so the organization awarded the Town of Babylon a $25,000 grant to build what it hopes will become a national model for helping to treat these syndromes. Retired Teamster Ron Drapala suffers from a neurological disorder that can lead to dementia. He loves to take his grandchildren to the playground. Now he's looking forward to visiting the respite park as well.
You come here, you can relax, you can watch the kids play too. And that's meditated too.
Meditation is the goal. To achieve it, town workers will remodel the existing brick walkway to plant flowers with calming scents. The respite park will also be fitted with USB charging docks so that anyone can plug in their cell phone or their iPod to listen to soothing music. There will also be new benches with a view of the park's pond.
This is a nice place for everyone to come to.
And joining us now is Charles Fuschillo, former state senator from Long Island, now heading up the National Alzheimer's Foundation of America. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Well, it's a beautiful site. How's the park coming along? What's the schedule?
It's moving forward. Early November, we're going to do a ribbon-cutting opening. We're very excited about it. The Town of Babylon, Rich Schaefer, Jerry Compitello have been great partners.
Did we miss anything there in talking about what will be in that park?
No, you covered it all. But the whole intent was, when the Alzheimer's Foundation of America was able to provide a grant to the Town of Babylon, was for a caregiver to avoid caregiver burnout. Get out of the house, go to a peaceful, tranquil setting, and just relax. If you want to listen to music, you can put it in the iPod dock there, but also for socialization for the person they're caring for. Get them out of the house as well for an hour or two and just relax in a beautiful setting.
Yeah, because the caregiver, I don't think people often think about that, right?
They don't. But
I mean, what is the caregiver relief that you're talking about? And why do they need it?
Because the emotional, physical stress is overwhelming, and financial stress to care for somebody with Alzheimer's disease can cause caregiver burnout. So we took a step back, worked with the Town of Babylon, and said, what can we do to allow them to relax just for a period of time, get out of the house? So that's why we created the park.
And you, when I spoke with you on the phone, you said you think this could be a national model. You run a national organization. You mean you're going to try to replicate this somewhere else?
We are. We'd like to get this finished first and then replicate it in other states throughout the country. The Alzheimer's Foundation of America has more than 2,600 member offices nationwide. So it's a big country, but we're going to start in the Town of Babylon.
You know, the workers were all jazzed about doing this.
They're very excited.
They were loving it. They were like, we really like this.
I have to tell you, the Supervisor Schaefer and Jerry Compitello have fully embraced it. They're excited as well.
Right. Some people said to me, well, it's just a park. Yeah, but it's really more than that, because it's a dedicated place where we're saying this is where you come. This place is for you.
It is. And along the path, Richard, it's going to have signs about facts about Alzheimer's. And did you know that there are more than 50,000 people on Long Island living with this disease? There'll be facts about to avoid caregiver burnout, but also to call the Alzheimer's Foundation of America's national toll-free helpline to get help and speak to our licensed social workers.
Yeah, this is something that decades ago people didn't even know this name, Alzheimer's, or what it was, and just was written off to aging. You said there are 50,000 people on Long Island?
Living with Alzheimer's. Now, use a multiplier of 3 or 4 for a team of caregivers. You could see the impact and prevalence on Long Island. But we were founded by a caregiver who, in the 80s and 90s, had no place to turn to when caring for his mom, Bert Brodsky. So that's what this park is all about, an educational park, caregiver relief park, but also let people know that there's a place to turn to.
How many people are we talking about nationally affected by this?
Over 5 million people are living with the disease right now. That's expected to triple by 2050. But think about this. 3 to 4 caregivers, the impact over 20 million people nationwide. Right here in New York State, almost 400,000 people living with the disease.
Yeah, and it's a real hands-on kind of care because the person needs constant attention, right?
It's 24/7.
Yeah, so you can see where the burnout occurs. You know, I'm wondering, well, first of all, do we know, are the numbers going up? Is it just that it was misdiagnosed and now we're finding out it was always there? Or is there some contributor, maybe environmental or something?
Well, we don't know that, but there is better awareness. The doctors are diagnosing it a lot better than they have in the past. In the past, there was a stigma attached with this disease. Nobody wanted to talk about it. Now people are talking about it. We just held an educational conference on Long Island. More than 200 people attended to it. So people are out there seeking help.
Has there been a change in the model of what Alzheimer's and dementia is, and has it being treated differently? Is there any hope for...
Definition is still the same. It's a degenerative disorder that attacks the brain's nerve cells, and it causes an impairment in thinking, language skills, the ability to do simple tasks. Dementia is a combination of symptoms. It's just being better diagnosed in our society today.
Yeah, because there's a number of different, it's not just Alzheimer's and dementia, right? I noticed there's a whole spectrum.
Alzheimer's is the most common form of dementia, but dementia is a combination of symptoms. You know, Alzheimer's is going to attack your brain. It's going to affect your memory skills. But I just want to say one thing, emphasize to those that are watching, it's not a normal part of aging. If you have a concern about, you know, your memory, you should come to us for a memory screening. It's a 10-minute test, but not all memory issues are related to Alzheimer's. You can have a vitamin deficiency, a thyroid issue, or suffering from depression. All are treatable, if not curable. But that's why you have to ask your physician for a test, or us at AFA.
So depression can affect your memory?
Absolutely.
I didn't know that.
It can, a vitamin deficiency or a thyroid issue as well.
So people who have Alzheimer's and dementia, how are they treated other than there being a caregiver there for them to...
Well, there are medications. There's no cure for it. It's the only one in the top 10 causes of death with no cure. But there are medications out there. We always encourage individuals to call our helpline that's staffed by licensed social workers. And if you don't mind, I'd love to give that number.
Go right ahead.
It's 866-232-8484.
Why don't you repeat that?
866-232-8484. And we're staffed by licensed social workers that are ready to take the call.
How many people work for the Alzheimer's Foundation? Where are you based?
In our office here in the city, there's over 30 employees, but nationwide, we have more than 2,600 member offices.
Well, it's something many families are dealing with, and we're trying to get a handle on it, and we appreciate it. We're looking forward to this park. I know I want to be there, and you still have some good weather for it, too.
I'm very excited about it, and you'll be there to cut the ribbon with us.
Oh, well, that would be an honor.
Yes.
But we'll be there to take your picture. Charles Fuschillo heads up the Alzheimer's Foundation of America. Thank you so much for the work you're doing there, now bringing the Tranquility Park to Babylon Town Hall. Thank you, sir. Up next, before we go, how to protect yourself against hurricane scammers now scooping up flood-wrecked cars in Texas and Florida.